my dears. This is Resilient Lives. How are you doing? I certainly hope you've had a nice, enjoyable weekend. Had so many things to celebrate between Valentine's Day and President's Day. And it was good to pause and take some time. All is well here. I'm looking at this month of February. It is so full. We've already mentioned Heart Health Month and Black History Month, and now we're on the eve of Lent, the Lenten season. And so technically today is Fat Tuesday. And so there's still things to celebrate. But we just want to pause and take care of ourselves and not get so concerned with so many things going on. So I hope that you're continuing to thrive. And I won't be long. I just wanted to touch base with you and let you know that you're thought of. I was worried because we've had so much snow here in my area, so much snow, and I was worried because it seems like there is this weather. It's every place. It's in Texas, and I had a family member who was driving all the way from Mississippi, and the road was terrible. And it's amazing because just last week the weather there was nice, but worry just made me pause, and I thought, well, let me just remind you as I am reminded, because I was anxious. And certainly we all are focusing on anxiety, trying to make sure that we get to the root of that anxiety. And as I thought about it, I thought, I'm going to have to get busy, because I knew that they were driving carefully, but I was concerned. And that's usually what we as loved ones do. We're always concerned. I know our parents worried, or our loved ones were worried. We're either worried about something that's happening on the job or something that is looming. And so when we think about worry and we think about anxiety, we try to get to the root of it. And we try to see how we can handle it. We know there are things in our lives that we cannot control, but sometimes we worry anyway, and we have to get to the root of it so that we can halt it, so it doesn't drive us batty. And so I just wanted to remind you, as I reminded myself, that, what is worry going to do? Worry is not going to help the situation, and we have learned how to handle those things, how to flip our script. So as I was worried, I said, well, let me just remind my friends that this is a busy month. So many things are happening, and we are getting so overwhelmed by a number of things that are happening in our lives. We have the pandemic is still present, and people are still ill, and we have had snow. I mean, it finally stopped snowing. We have had snow every day. We've had probably about a feet or 2 feet of snow, and so I'm not in Alaska, but I look out and it's simply gorgeous. But we just want to look at these things and let them have a joyful place, find some joy in them. We don't have to try to be invincible But as we are bombarded by things, I just kind of was remembering how after the football games, the losing team, the press is going to come and ask you some crazy questions, like why'd you lose, or all sorts of things. And those professionals seem to have a way of answering the questions and not getting rattled. They don't seem to show the worry, but we're not used to being bombarded by reporters or anything. But the lesson learned is the professionals that have lost, they have developed a discipline that helps them to just proceed, answer the questions. It's almost as if they're saying, okay, next, let's go on to the next question. So my thought for me and for you is, when all these things start coming, then we just pause and release it, and prepare ourselves for whatever is going to happen next. And how do we prepare ourselves? Well, meditation, music. I said yesterday I'm going to need some music, and it was a day to cook. I made soup, but whatever it is, we just want to remember that these are crazy times, and we want to discipline ourselves to confront and to deal with the anxieties that come on the spur of the moment, sometimes seemingly quickly. So I just would like to remind you about this next season, because next week I know I'll have another holiday for you, but the Lenten season, that's a journey, 40 days. I'm sure that those who will participate in the Lenten season will consider how they want to frame it, how they want to do whatever it is you'd like to do. I'd like to bring some joy. I'd like to kind of make some joyful things happen. But I'm encouraging you to not be anxious, not be a hero, to handle the anxieties for all the things that are happening during this month, and to take care of yourself. And until then, we will talk again. So be good to yourself and receive the love that's being beamed to you. And remember, there's stuff happening. The weather is just doing its thing all across the states. So be safe in every way. Bye-bye now.